Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano from GUFON, and here's today's report. We go into this field not knowing what to expect. We may go in with a little bit of experience, and I take you down on the digital highway to show you some things you may have never known existed. I'm going to show you some of those things today. Okay? Because we aren't alone. We live in a world where many things do not make sense. Look at this on Mars. Some strange anomaly, some light. We'll go over that. This pyramid. Could be a weather balloon of some sort. We'll look at it. And of course, the elusive Bigfoot. This is amazing. Really. And we have a incredible UFO to show you here. So strap on in, everybody. We're going down to the world called the unknown. Take it away.
All right, so definitely this deserves our opinions because this mysterious light, whatever it is, seems to have landed and skidded into its position. And we're looking at its glory, the full frame captured by the opportunity. And this is amazing quality that we're looking at. And in my opinion, this is not lens refraction of light. This is something there. You could see that there is indication of some kind of debris that was brought up. Whatever this object was seems to have been the reason behind this skidding across the surface of the red planet. We're looking at it really close now, and it's incredible stuff. It is a strange light. Is it a spacecraft? Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Look at this thing. It seems to really reflect the light off whatever it is glimmering, and this kind of skid mark that we see here really indicates that it's there. What is this? It seems like NASA's trying to hide, again, things on Mars. This will probably be scrubbed in no time soon. This is a good close-up right here. And we see kind of two, spokes at the top of this craft or vehicle. And then it seems like it has a support system at the bottom to hold this craft or whatever it is.
Absolutely. And there was some artificial intelligence done to some of the imagery to clear it up, clean this image, but now we're looking at 4 different images of the same light source. And at one point it seems to be a figure walking away from this debris field or whatever it is. Amazing stuff, guys. What do you think?
There is a lot of stuff going on with this Mars image. First of all, way to go. for getting it before it's been removed. It looks like NASA is already trying to smear it as best they can without removing it completely. It apparently is a light source. I thought it was just a part of a ship or a debris of some sort, maybe that from one of our past missions, or maybe China or Russia sending stuff out there secretly. Maybe it crash landed there. Whatever it is, there's something else going on. This thing actually seemed to move and look like a humanoid type of figure. It has 2 spikes at the top. I don't know if that's part of the machine or the debris, whatever. It is interesting. Here in a minute, it's going to look like a person or a humanoid walking towards opportunity. I don't know. I'm throwing stuff out there because we just don't know. NASA will never let us know. It looks like this thing may have crashed into the ground to the left and skid and wound up upright like this. And you can see it's wider at the bottom, almost as if it's supposed to be at this angle. And here it is. Looks like a figurine moving. Maybe is it leaving the crash area? What did Opportunity catch? I love Mars. I love this. But man, is it frustrating and very cool at the same time. Really cool stuff. This next one I call Lucy in the Sky with a Diamond. Check it out.
Unidentified flying object.
So the analysis on this video is that it's legit.
In this next one, it's from Medellin, Colombia, August 29, 2021. A pyramid-shaped object, or diamond shape, I guess you could say that. It's more of a diamond than a pyramid. Some people are saying tetrahedron. Or is it a type of weather balloon? There is something hanging from the bottom of it. It's not swinging back and forth. It's some sort of gondola. Maybe it's where they put the instrumentation to check the atmosphere and gather information that way. But I'm going to show you a little closer here. See this at the bottom? Yeah, I don't know if it's instruments, but it's not waving back and forth as one would think. It's very, very still and rigid. It stays in that position the whole time. Could it be just a hot air balloon that people take rides in? It might be. But wouldn't you think you would see the fire coming out of the, to heat the balloon up and keep it afloat? You would see that flame. We haven't seen it at all. It doesn't look like a hot air balloon entirely. If anything, if it's not a UFO, It could be a blimp. It could be a weather balloon. It could be a lot of things. I know a balloon keeps coming up, but what else can it be? Really? It's amazing. I don't know. This one's special. Oh, you're going to like this next one. This is a really good UFO. Let's go to Brett and Blake Cousins from Third Phase of Moon. They'll take us away here.
And take a closer look, because whatever this object is represents the classic flying saucer that we see in the region. Brazil is one of these places that the flying saucer, these dish-shaped objects, appear everywhere. Is there a reason why we don't see these kind of dish-shaped objects over America or any other country? Much more in South America and the region of Brazil. We're looking at this, and I'm liking the way the person actually captured this. It's a little shaky. He's trying to zoom in. We're getting a good close-up of this, and we don't see any kind of gondola or any indication that this is a blimp or anything like that. And it's not a drone. We didn't see any prop propellers either. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is totally legit. Hats off to Jaime Musan for wanting us to share this to the world right now in America. This is a good one. And this one actually represents what we just saw in the last frame. There's Brazil. It lights up with these unique craft, and they seem identical in two different locations. Really cool pull-off on the camera people that are actually capturing these images. Look at the comparison from left to right. They match up pretty much identically. And here's another one from Colombia. Again, look at the similarities of these objects. They seem metallic, they seem silver, and people on the ground are capturing this on a daily basis. It seems to light up over there. What's happening?
Yeah, from what we're hearing, and here's another great one coming out of Colombia once again, that indicates that they're not hiding over there in that region. And maybe it's because of their military, that they're not so advanced as what we have in the United States. So they're...
Brazil, Peru, Mexico, that whole region over there, Rio de Janeiro, they see this type of UFO over and over and over again. We see it too, mainly in the Catalinas, which is interesting because it's similar type of environment. And maybe they need that type of humid tropical environment to feel at home. Or whatever, whatever. I mean, what do we know? We can only guess. We don't know the intents, but this looks like the gimbal for all intents and purposes. It's very similar. Brazil, same craft seen in that region, but 3 different areas, 4 different areas. Look at this. And that's Sao Paulo. Right? Yeah. Here's Medellin, where we are now, Colombia. February. It's pretty amazing. Now, we can easily say, here it is on May 11th, 2021, we can easily say it's a balloon. Well, you can easily say it's a UFO. That is a really stable balloon if it is. And I'm not saying you can't have stable balloons, but I don't know if any of you have ever tried to throw up a big balloon like that and see what it looks like. See how much it's out of control even when there's little to no wind. It looks like the gimbal. I gotta say, I don't know. That gimbal I have been very harsh on because they gave us a FLIR image of it, which takes all the detail out. But here, it's almost the same thing with the regular camera, but with the sun in the background, it's illuminating the craft from behind, so it drowns out all the detail. Pretty cool. Let's get to the next one. The Bigfoot. This is what I love. I'm going to go first and give you my thoughts on this, and then you'll hear the Cousins brothers after me. We're going to reverse it this time. Change it up. So here we are with the newest of the new Bigfoot video. It's only a few seconds. I'm sure there's more of it somewhere, but I think what they were doing is fair using it and just putting 2 to 3 seconds out so they can get it out there, get people talking about it, analyze it, and then maybe, hopefully, I pray we do get to see a longer version of the video of Bigfoot. Look, it's very hard to determine the size of this thing. I am going to say, if this is real, and I want to believe in Bigfoot, but I don't. Only because, really, the evidence is slim to none. Like, good evidence. We've seen footprints, they've grabbed hair, and it's all, well, it could be faked. Yeah, some can, some can't. I know, I understand that. But when you look at this, and you can read this if you have time, they're talking about how you can see the leg muscles and how real it looks, the detail in the body. They say it looks massive. It was filmed in Idaho. They're not sure why it was only a few seconds, but it was sent to them at NVTV, and they posted it. They did the best they can. You can see the buttocks muscles flexing. Now, I don't know if this is a tight-fitting suit. Here's what I think. I think it's a football player type of person. Maybe not a full, maybe a teenager. Maybe somebody around 6 feet, 6'2". That's my guess. And they had a very form-fitting outfit that somebody put together for them, or maybe they had it. Maybe you can rent these out, gorilla costumes, and modify it, or don't wear the mask. Maybe they put makeup on this person. Maybe they have long hair, and it was easy to hide the face. But if this was a football player, 300, 350 pounds, that's what he would look like from the side, wearing a furry suit. On the other hand, there's some qualities in this thing that make me think this is legit. I know some of you are chuckling, but even you know deep down that the possibilities of this having a few real qualities is there, because I think this is just as good as the Gimlin Patterson film recording. Unfortunately, it's only 2 to 3 seconds, but I want to go to Brent and Blake and hear what they have to say, because, man, you just can't get enough opinions on this. Here we go.
Once in a great while, showcase some of the evidence, the video evidence of the elusive Bigfoot, and what we're looking at seems pretty amazing to me. This isn't any kind of ape or gorilla standing upright. Whatever it is something incredibly large. Look at this guy. If indeed this is some kind of person suited up in a Bigfoot, there would be a lot of work that would be put into this. And maybe what we're looking at is possibly genuine. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, Blake, this is the best video of Bigfoot since the James Patterson tape, film that was seen decades ago. And this really resembles what we're looking at. The fur, the arms, everything. The muscular motion of this beast, if that's what it is, seems to be pretty much legitimate in my view of what we're looking at here. Here's a good close-up. You can see the ears, the heavy brow above the eyes over there, and the hair. Everything seems to be matching perfectly. If this was a costume that was done in Hollywood, I would estimate the price would be about $50,000 to $30,000 to create this kind of event. Look at the size of this thing, the girth, and the whole mass of it. This thing looks like it weighs like probably about 500 to 600 pounds. This thing's heavy.
Yeah, it's interesting. And again, if this is some kind of massive hoax, then we have two perpetrators. You have the person behind the camera and the person within the costume, if that's what it is. And look at this. We're seeing the size in comparison, and it's amazing. The feet seem to be really incredible. Look at this. This is not some kind of costume, and if it is, they did a hell of a job. Brent.
Yeah, again, for Bigfoot enthusiasts that are interested in the subject, we follow it every once in a while at Third Phase of Moon, but this one really caught our eye. Let's get this slow down look of this. It really portrays the gait of this creature, the Bigfoot walking. It seems like it has a lot of weight to it. It doesn't seem like it's flimsy or clumsy in any way. It seems like it just has its motion where it wants to go without thought.
Yeah, it's just wandering through the wilderness there as a natural being. There's a mystery behind this video, and unfortunately, there's only a few frames that we're able to share with you. Hopefully, we get some more information on who shot this, maybe an interview with the person who shot this.
All right, so I'm throwing in, and I don't know if I posted this here or not. I may have. I know I posted this on GUFON, but watch the video, and then I'll go over it. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I don't think this is a bird, and let me explain why. You'll see later on as this plays out some things that I highlighted. You don't... Okay, first of all, this is a drone, my drone. I stopped flying it, and you can see me to the left. I was just chilled out. I was just looking down at myself, looking at some of the filters and features on the drone camera. I didn't know I captured this until many, many months later. It's not a bird. There's no flapping of the wings. When this comes in from the right, it has, if you can imagine what a plane's wings look like, right? Spread out. Now, this thing turns right or towards the top of the screen, but the wings don't turn. Watch this. You can see they're straight up and down. Now it's going to make a right-hand turn, but the wings stay long like this, up and down. See? That's only part of it. This is where it gets a little bit weird. You see it coming in? Watch how the shadow changes position from left to right without continuing its forward momentum. It doesn't make sense to me. What is it? Now, it's moving, you can see here, and it looks like it changed lanes. Watch how it shifts over to the right. It's going straight. Watch this. It goes from the left to the right, and it moves over without a pause in the film, without a pause in the recording, excuse me. It's a continuing motion. You could even see the people to the right continually walking on their merry way as this object in mid-flight pauses and moves to the right about a foot and then continues on its merry way. I don't know anything else that's ever done this. I don't know any object that could do this. And it must be pretty big. It was, I was only 150 feet high, I remember at that time, but here it is, and I increased the speed so you can get a little better feel for it. I know it's not the best evidence on the planet, but it is strange, and I think this should be looked at. It's really odd. Here it comes. Regular speed. Never turned. The wings never turned. And right there is where it... And you can see the people just to the underneath the arrow. Watch. The people continually move. They don't pause. See what I mean? They're continually moving, yet the shadow pauses changes lanes, or moves over to the right. Right there. Boom. Here we go. It's going to come in bottom right. It turns without spinning the wings over. Slows down right there. I'm just showing it whip into the screen. This is when I first got into editing, so bear with me. So weird. Why don't the wings turn when the thing turns? Watch. It just stays in that north-south position. When it turns, those wings should turn with it, and it doesn't. That's me right there. Watch. My God, it looks like a person walking on the ground. Oh my God, what if it's a ghost? I caught a ghost, and they're just turning. It does, it looks like a person. Oh no! I've got to go back and look at this. Oh, that's crazy. Part 2 coming up another day. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to take you back out to your reality in the portal here. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out on Third Phase UFO Report. This was a good one. I love this episode. You can find me on GUFON every single day of the week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, on GUFON on YouTube every day. And thank you, Third Phase of Moon, putting out videos just about 5 to 6 times a week. Everything I owe to you for these videos. Thank you very much. And as I take you down the digital highway, the UFOs are above and watching, and possibly everywhere. Remember, you are not alone, and if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. For ufology. Good night, everybody.